do a lot of projects and activities, like you do sports and do jobs and different projects on the side, or even an instrument, or have kids, the first question that people ask you is, how many hours do you sleep at night? And usually the second question is like, do you have amazing organizational skills? The thing is, you don't need to not sleep at night, and you don't need to be the best at organization. The truth is, when you do several projects, it usually has a snowball effect. Usually, when you do different projects, for example, you have different jobs, or you have different associations, or even sports, it's either because you're interested in them, or you don't have a choice. You need to pay your bills, or you need to get a bit further. So you will anyway always have the motivation to do it. You will always have a reason to do it. So although you're not organized at the first place, the fact that you want to do it and you want to do it well means you're going to become organized. You're going to develop the skills. Obviously, if you're not a very organized person to start with, it's going to hurt a little bit at the beginning. You're going to miss some deadlines, you're going to do a crappy job, but at some point you will learn because you don't have a choice. So that's the first thing. Doing lots of jobs doesn't mean you were organized in the first place. It just means you had to become to survive. It's just the way it is. The other thing that is quite interesting is you actually win a lot of time. When you do several projects, you tend to not be doing 10 times the same projects. You don't use the same skills. You might have a project where you need your creative part of your brain, and the other one where you need your analytical part of your brain. One where you need very soft skills, and the other one where you need hard specific skills. The fact is, because you have to develop these, you will less depend on other people. Instead of waiting in line and hoping, oh, I hope this person can do the job on time, or I depend on that person, at some point you'd be like, you know what, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to learn it, and I'm going to do that. And that has another effect. The fact that you had to get out there and do something that you were not trained to do or you did not study for means you're going to gain a lot of confidence. You're going to learn to do stuff, and maybe you won't do it very well, but you learn, and that gives you confidence. It means that the next time you're procrastinating, thinking, oh my God, I don't know how to do this, or that person still hasn't done it on time, you're just like, you know what, let's go for it. What's the worst that can happen? You learn something, you develop something, you learn a new skill, and you get the project done. The number of times it can be frustrating when you're part of a project, or even you're leading a project. Again, another skill that you can learn when you do several projects. At some point you might end up being the leader of these things, especially if you care about it. One of the best things about that is that you really just say, well, I care about this and I want this to be done on time. So you know what? You did not do your job. I will do it. I will step in and I will learn, and it'll be fine. And in the end, you just become so much more efficient. You become efficient because you become more organized, because you always find motivation, because you become way more confident, and instead of procrastinating and waiting for other people to do the job, you just get on with it. However, obviously, you need sometimes to understand when you cannot delegate. But it's also something that you learn when you do several projects at once. You learn that your time is absolutely valuable. And especially if you're leading a project, if you're not there, the project doesn't go forward, or not as much. You are the vision, you are the lead. So you have to also learn, okay, well, what is valuable, what is a priority? And this is something, again, that comes along. So if you have several projects, you don't need 2 watches, you can just get started, make some mistake, learn how to manage things in the way that learn new skills, get confident, and rock it. A happy new year to all of you, and I hope you succeed and have fun in all of your projects.